In a quiet hospital room, two patients shared a space. One was a young man, angry at the world, frustrated by his condition. He stared at the ceiling all day, refusing to speak to anyone. Life had been cruel, and he had given up trying to make sense of it. The other, an old man, lay on the bed beside the window. He was frail but cheerful. Every morning, he would describe the world outside the window, the people, the colors, the life. Today, he would say, "There's a boy flying a yellow kite so high, it nearly touches the sun." The young man never looked. He thought, "What's the point?" But day after day, the older man continued. "There's a little girl feeding birds in a red dress," he'd smile. "A balloon seller passed by today. He had a blue balloon just like the sky." Slowly, the young man started listening. He began to wait for those stories. But one morning, everything changed. The older man turned to him and smiled. "Want to know what I see outside the window today?" The young man didn't respond, but he listened. "There's a park out there with tall trees swaying in the breeze," the old man said. "There's a couple sitting on a bench, holding hands like teenagers. A juice vendor is shouting mango, guava, lemon." The young man blinked. For the first time, he saw something. Not with his eyes, but with his mind. He smiled. And from that day on, every morning, the old man would describe what he saw through the window. And the younger man would close his eyes and begin to see it too. Until one day, the older man didn't speak. He didn't move. He didn't breathe. The nurses rushed in, but it was too late. The young man stayed quiet. For the first time in weeks, there was no story that morning. Later that day, the young man asked a nurse, "Can I be moved to the bed beside the window?" The nurse smiled. She was happy to see him speak again. They moved his bed. He looked out the window for the first time and was shocked to see nothing but a wall. Just an old, cracked wall, and nothing more. He kept staring, trying to understand, and then it hit him. The old man never saw the park. There was never a couple, or a juice vendor, or children playing. The old man made it all up, not to fool him, but to heal him. Every story he told was a painting, not of what he saw, but what he wanted the young man to see. Because sometimes, hope is more powerful than truth. The window was never to the outside world. It was a window into the soul. You see, sometimes the people who give us the most are the ones fighting their own silent battles. And sometimes, just a little kindness, a simple story, or a made-up park beyond a window is enough to save someone's life. So the next time you think you've got nothing to offer, remember this: you don't need a lot to make a difference. Sometimes all it takes is the courage to care. If this story touched you, leave A in the comments.